this is Phil from the Phil and Florence YouTube channel. Today I'll be putting on some pork tenderloin. I got this idea watching my buddy Rob over at BBQ Pit Dog. If you don't know who he is, run on over there and check him out. I saw him doing pork tenderloin on the Santa Maria grill. I told him that I had a Santa Maria, I had pork tenderloins, and I've got some spicy R from Uncle Steve's Shake, so there wasn't but one thing left to do. Well, Rob, I opted out of the Santa Maria attachment because it's in my shed out back. A bunch of stuff in front of it, and I didn't want to have to dig it out today. So I'm going to cheat a little bit and use my Sns Kamado. It'll do a great job too. So let me show you what I got. You know what's funny? Here's something funny. When I got these, they came from Costco, and it was 2 tenderloins that long in a 2-packer. So I was trimming them a little bit, and I was trimming down in a crack, what I thought was a crack, and it was another tenderloin. So instead of 2 tenderloins, I ended up with 4. That ain't bad. Let's take a look and see what we're working with. Okay, we've already got them trimmed up, got all the silver skin off, and I couldn't find my big heavy duty, stainless steel injector. It's around here somewhere. If it'll inject this stuff, it's got some little bits in it. I hope I can make it work. But this is some Olive Garden salad dressing. All of you know what that is. It's got little bits of pepper and stuff in there, so I'm hoping I can get away without straining it. All right. I heard most of you talking to me through the camera, and I did have to strain it. Yeah, I just used this little strainer here and went down into this little glass, this little juice glass. Most of you know that already, and if you haven't done that before, that's all you need to do. Let's start again. I got 2 of them pretty much done. Okay, I got the other 2 in this pan, and let's try it again. I got the other 2 done. Oh, much better. That pepper and all those spices. Well, I went right down into a groove. Doesn't take much of a push because this is a small piece of meat, kind of thin. There we go. That's just getting a little bit of flavor down in there. I've got 2 rubs that I'll be using today. And first I'm going to go on with some SPG I put together. And on one of them, I had a friend, a fellow YouTuber, Daddy Dutch BBQ. He sent me some of his sweet heat rub. He grows his own peppers, hot peppers, and he's got a special blend here. Isn't that pretty? And I'm going to be trying these out today on 2 of these. And on the other 2, I'm going to go with some Uncle Steve's Spicy R. Spicier. That's what I'm going to be using on the other 2. Okay, here's some SPG. I'm just going to go on with a nice little layer of that. I'm going to put the hot rub, Daddy Dutch's hot rub, over here on the red, the 2 on the red mat. And so we'll do it that way. Now remember, red is for hot. And it's probably like a lot of other things that are usually hot right out the bottle. But once you cook it and it's in that heat, it takes some of that heat away from it. Alright, we're going on with some Spicy R from Uncle Steve. Y'all go check out Uncle Steve's YouTube channel, and if you want some of his rubs, which are really good rubs, go to UncleSteveShakes.com. Alright, let's turn it over, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Hey guys, this is going to be a relatively short cook compared to other longer cooks with low and slow. With these small tenderloins, we're looking at about a 40-minute cook to get them up to 145. This is the slow and sear Kamado, and got some Fogo lump that I'm using, and I just lit up the tumbleweed charcoal starter. While we're waiting on that to heat, and I'm gonna let it heat up this plate. We'll set that in, and I'm gonna set in this easy spin grate that came with this slow and sear Kamado. I'm going to be keeping up with the temp, so I'll put that probe clip in there. I usually put my fire, which is the red one, red hot, and I'll put it on the left, and then these other three will be for meat probes. We'll let that hang out right here on the shelf. Now we're going to close it up and let everything get up to temp and watch it close. So, because when it gets up to 200, we want to start damping it down so we won't overshoot our temp of 250. We're up to 211, so I'm going to trim my vents down some. I'm going to close that inside piece and just bring this one over a little bit, and we'll just see how that settles out. We're at 224, so we got to start throttling down, and then I'm gonna go get the meat. Stand by just a minute. Here are the two hot ones, or with the hot rub Daddy Dutch BBQs. Put 2 toothpicks in both of those. We'll put those on the far side. I got a few little small trimmings. I'll be coming back nibbling on these little bits. You know how that works. Pitmaster privilege. Alright, it looks good to me. And the meat is 61 right now, so that won't take long to heat up. I'm going to start my timer on the timestamp. Okay, it's been about 13 minutes on my timer. We're tooling along about 250, 249. So she's settled out pretty good. I've got the top vent open and the bottom vent about there. That's right about where I want it to stay. Alright, when it gets to about 135 degrees internal on the meat, we will put some sauce on. Okay guys, this has been on about 35 minutes. My temps are at 135, so we're going to sauce these. On the ones with the toothpick, that's the sweet heat rub from Daddy Dutch, so I'm going to go on with the Pif sauce. Actually, it's not Pif, it's a combination of Pif, Uncle Albert's, and Prosser's. All local sauces. So, let's see if I can just put it right out of this bottle. On the others, I'm going to use some of my cherry habanero. Let's go on with some of this cherry habanero. Alright. Turn these first so I can put these toothpicks back in. Okay. Put some on the other side. This is just willy-nilly. I don't have any rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. Okay. Let's go back on this side with some of this sauce. Okay, these two on the back are the sweet heat. I might put some more sauce on this side. It's gonna be pretty, I do believe. Remember, I had injected these things too with Olive Garden salad dressing, really. Man, hurry along here. A lot of smoke. Okay, it's a hot fire. Need to go ahead and turn it over. Yep. Just a minute. That's pretty. I better be finding me a container to put it in. Right, let's check these things. Alright, 149. 150. Alright, we're good. Alright, here we go. Pork tenderloin. These two have the Uncle Steve's Spicy R. And these two have Daddy Dutch's Sweet Heat rub. So, we're going to take them in and see what it's all about. Guys, I just came in with these pork tenderloins. They've been resting for about 15 minutes, so let's see how they turned out.
Oh, pretty.
Okay, I'm going to take one of each one that I've used, two different rubs, remember. I think the larger ones I had, I don't know if I turned this thing around or what. I believe you'll tell in the taste test because of the Daddy Dutch's Sweet Heat, those hot peppers. Okay, over here, they're very tender. And, come here, boy. That looks good. Very juicy. Yeah. You remember Janet wasn't in here, but I injected these with some Olive Garden salad dressing, believe it or not. I'm going to turn this around on my right hand. I cut them real thin so we won't have a hard time with it. I'm going to go for the test first and try it out so I won't be giving Janet anything real hot. Very tender, tenderloin, not hot. This is the cherry habanero. Even though that's a hot word, it's not hot after you put it on the meat. Here, Janet.
Ooh. Very good.
Okay, we're gonna set that one over here for a few minutes. Let's go into this Daddy Dutch Sweet Heat rub. Oh yeah. Let's just take us a slice right here. I didn't go crazy with the rub. You saw me sprinkle just a little bit on there. Let's see what this one's all about. Looks good. Very tender. Thumbs up, Kent. That's some terrific rub. As well as the Uncle Steve's shake, the Spicy R. Both of them are good. You can't go wrong either way.
Hey, that was my piece.
That was ugly, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay. There we go, right. Camera lady.
That's real good.
Looks like we've got some good eating ahead of us, so we're going to make up some plates. What kind of sides do we have tonight, Jiff?
Just mashed potatoes and Dixie Lee peas with okra out of our garden.
Oh, how about that? Hadn't seen that in a while. We've got to use those up so we can fill that freezer back up with some new stuff this coming spring.
Yep.
I can taste that sweet heat, Kent. It kind of kicks in after the fact.
Yep.
After you've swallowed and, you know, start talking. But it's not really hot to me. Now, it might be hot to Janet, but I don't feel that it's real hot after you know, cook it into the meat and so forth and so on. I appreciate you stopping by and watching this video. And it didn't take long. I love those kind of cooks. 45-minute cooks, 50 minutes, you know. We did cook it in the Kamado with the heat plate. and then we seared it at the end as I showed you. So that's a sweet cook right there. It's not a long, drawn-out affair. So anyway, until next time, this is Phil and Florence.
Janet and Florence.
We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.